Yeah, hello. I want to do a little bit of an update because it is hivefest starting about 3.5 hours from now. Excited about it. I went last year, hung out with Addy Torrent, uses a similar decentralized video host to me. And yeah, it's pretty much like one of a few that I only know through for a variety of different blockchains. So I was just chatting to him last year, hopefully get to chat to him again this year. These headphones are really weird. I'm taking them off, like noise reduction headphones, and trying to talk because I feel like I'm stuck in a room with no like echo or whatever. One of those rooms that you can go in for only like 30 minutes before you're sick or something. Yeah, so let's have a quick walk around what is Hivefest. So Hivefest, hivefe.st. It was on last year. This is Hivefest 6. Day 1 starts today at 3:30 till about, I think, about 11, 12 o'clock tonight. You can see all the day 1 presentations starting at 4 o'clock. So it opens at 3, so you've got an hour to doss around, do whatever, set your card up, use the little computer in the game, put in your encrypted memo pass, which you will have been sent on the blockchain if you'd registered already for it. You'll find that in your like memo field, an encrypted memo with the code that you need. And then, yeah, a whole bunch of things that are getting listed. I'm kind of interested to hear about Splinterlands, kind of interested to hear about INGI. So, and then maybe some Leo Finance, maybe some Actifit. What else is on day 2? Maybe a little bit about Vim. Definitely interested in Archange, is HAS, and how that's going to work out. Ecency, love Ecency, even though they keep sending my money back when I want to boost a post. I'm not sure why. Maybe some weird clicky thing like I'm not allowed to use it or something. And I don't know if there's anything really else. Deluxe maybe. Deluxe didn't really take off for me. Didn't see where it's actually being used. Hive Pizza, I'm not quite sure what that is. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I love messing around in Alt VR. So this is what it looks like. I've just got it running in the background. So one thing I will say this year over last year is that having a really good like graphics card and GPU means that it's just more immersive interactive experience. I would have loved to have had the headset and everything all set up, but even 300 quid to just use it a few times is not really. And also, like, if I had it, I'd probably want to travel with it, and it's just more stuff to carry at the minute. But yeah, this is at 3 o'clock. The reason why I've got it here at the top is that I put that I was interested in the event, and then it shows you the events. Suggest you do the same. If you want to share it with other people, you can do the share. I've also favorited these ones below. Do I do back on here? I guess I do, yeah. These ones below. How do I get off this? Just share, maybe? Yeah, there you go, close. I've also favorited the other ones, so those show up as well for like the main stage and breakout areas. You can get to teleports in these places and go to the other stuff, but I also want to have them in my account so I can get to them quite easy. Then I can just alt tab and get back. Like I couldn't do that like with my last year's iMac. It was just too damn slow, but we can do it this year. If you haven't got the software yet, you need to go to altvr.com/get alt space VR, and at the very, very bottom for the Mac, there's a Mac OS beta, which obviously I'm using, or you can also get it on Steam if you're on PC. And you don't need all the headset and stuff, even though a lot of people have got this Oculus Quest 2, I believe. And you can still use it in 2D mode. You have to use like your WASD keys and then also the cursor keys to look around. I haven't set up the mouse yet, but supposedly you can do that as well. You can use the mouse to click on things and interact with things. Another thing I want to quickly talk about is Inja. I think that's how you say it. Inja. This is made by Wolf. If you know Wolf from the blockchain, then you'll know that he's been on the platform for about 3 or 4 years. I really, really love it because it's very simple but very smartly laid out UI UX for the blockchain. So one thing that I really liked about it that really made me look a bit deeper is when you go to profile, click on shop. I've actually signed up to this till the 7th, but there's a whole section here of things that you can, like interacting with this, with the interface, and it just makes it so much easier from a kind of NFT collectors or anybody using modern day internet today, Cash App or any of these like very simplified, minimal, flat programs. Your average person isn't going to go digging around in something like Hiveblock, for instance. So I really like what they've done with the UI. I love the fact that I can have widgets. I love this idea of this mana bar, and it tells me how long that's going to be recharged by and how much is needed for me to do a post. So for instance, I can do one post left, or I can comment 3 times, or I'm not sure what that is, create a category maybe. I've got a bunch of categories anyway, but yeah, it's nice. It's just a simpler. It feels like Tumblr for Web3, and I think that's a big compliment, because I can use this as it is, or I can also, when I do a post up here, I can send it across to the Hive blockchain, or I can just send it what's on my mind. I can just drag and drop an image here. And there's a bunch of things that I can do with that. I can turn on, like, if I want to do certain things, if I want to get rewards from it, if I wanted to put the Leo tag on it, for instance. Image, I can put emojis straight here. Most people are used to having emojis in their software. And one of the cool things as well is NFTs. So if you've got an NFT that you've just put up and you've got it on OpenSea, or you've got it on Hive Engine, you can sorry, not Hive Engine, on NFT Showroom on the Hive blockchain, you can drop that in there and it shows up. Discover tab, if we go across here, it's broken down into 4 simple areas really. So like you've got crypto, DeFi, NFTs. So if you click on the NFTs, you'll see that I put one up here the other day. You can see that it actually takes you through to the OpenSea one. Here's another one that's like moving away here. If I click on this one, it brings up the image at the top. It's just a little bit slow loading at a minute, but it gives you the proof of, there you go, gives you the proof of authenticity. So it gives you the Etherscan address, and then a little bit of information that it pulls from OpenSea. But it's all there, easy to use, without digging too deep, and I like that a lot. There's a bunch of other features in here as well, like if we go back into settings again, connect social profiles, so you can connect any of these like social channels that you might have. They've broke it down to Web 2 and Web 3, so there's Twitter from Web 2, Web 3 Ethereum, so you can connect to Wallet, and also Hive. A bunch of widgets here. You can do crypto prices, that's what these are on the left hand side, and I just see this getting bigger and bigger as they add more elements to it. You can also do tipping, and this actually gets me on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. One of the tipping elements was, apart from PayPal and adding crypto wallets, was the FIO protocol, or FIO protocol. And I was very interested in this because actually, I need to change this actually. It's a new one now. If I edit this one, it's actually stay at humble, because I paid for the domain name. Boom. So one of the things I did when I paid for the $4.99 for the 3 months with this, because I want to support these brand new interfaces, because I think an interface matters, especially when they removed the voting ability on here. Like, you can still earn from posting across the Hive, and people can still like upvote and downvote you on the Hive blockchain. But on here, you just don't, it just doesn't mentally affect you, because it's not displaying to the general public, which I really, really like that. It just means that trolls and fuckboys don't have to, you don't have to process that as a creative wanting to do a blog post. Like, you can put your art out there to the world, and it's, it's not necessarily judged by somebody power tripping. So I really, really like that. And so I'm definitely supporting this. So that got me looking at FIO, and back to FIO. So I sent a message to Luke Stokes. He's got the great FIO address of Luke at Stokes. So obviously he registered the domain name Stokes. And I sent him a message saying, a picture saying, did you know that FIO address was supported on the profile? If I go back to the profile here, go to profile, you see like these here. This is what this is, the FIO address. So if somebody wanted to support me by this way, they could just do it in there, which I thought was really cool. So I dug deep into it again, and I had a little bit of a problem setting up the domain, but also the account. And Luke ended up sending me some FIO so I could fix it, which was very kind of him. And thank you very much, Luke, for doing that. And so that made me go digging a bit further into FIO and to originally try to get my crypto handle. And I ended up spending, I don't know, maybe 20, 30, 40 bucks on my domain for the 12 months. And I ended up using, I think, Edge Wallet for it to get it sorted, to get it going. But it's super simple. It means that somebody can just send funds. If they've got a FIO account, they can just send me at state@humble. They don't need to have a long Ethereum address or a long, crypto address. They just have to remember that. I can literally just say to somebody, state@humble with FIO. Bang, it turns up. I can trade it and whatever into other cryptos if I want to, or get paid in that way. Dead simple. I think that's it really. I just wanted to give you an update on Hivefest, but I wanted to quickly talk about Theo because I think it's really nicely integrated. You could use ENS and have a .eth address. I know they got airdropped like tons of dollars for having addresses that people have registered. Well, maybe we'll see something with Theo happen the same way, like an airdrop. Hopefully, we don't know. If you felt this was useful, if you want to keep me as a leader, I am currently down at 17th. I have to be in the top 15 to be processing blocks. As I have like a low income, I don't have money to invest in the D-Tube infrastructure, so I don't want to play this game of like trying to be in with the cool kids. But if you find any of my content useful, feel free to upvote me, whatever. Quickly to finish off today, I thought this was hilarious. There's something in the news from the government about coronavirus saying it's been going down, and you can see here all the areas in the UK, and we're down a little bit, and there's still a lot of deaths within 28 days. And it's funny that as we start to going down, we start to get news of number of migrants crossing hits new daily record with 1,000 people crossed over yesterday. So if it was going down, don't worry, we've got more people coming in from other countries to maybe start the corona going back up again. It's crazy, but I don't think we're going to get rid of the coronavirus anytime soon. All right, I will see you at Hivefest. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.